If you were asked me what was the biggest mistake, regret, or I wish I could do over about my early retirement, as you know, I've retired at 54, and I've made several videos on this, and I've always steered my answer towards something financial. Maybe it was money that I should have saved, additional bonus money I should have saved, additional, shouldn't have made this purchase or that purchase. Maybe should have retired 2 years earlier when, at the earliest point where I reached my financial independence number. But sitting here today, it's currently like 1:30 in the afternoon, and I was making my lunch. Hopefully you can see this here. This is a very typical lunch for me, but I made eggs. I had 3 eggs, some asparagus, some kale, and spinach mushrooms as well. I love this meal. So my answer is I wish I would have focused on my health and nutrition a decade earlier, 2 decades earlier. As soon as I became aware, I really did not start focusing on my health until after I retired. I got out of the rat race, got out of those stresses, out of the meetings, out of all those buy-wins, things going on. And not like I left in other videos, I said, you're gonna realize you have a lot of time when you retire early. And then you're gonna start focusing on your mortality. How many more years am I gonna have? Say it's 30. How many of those are gonna be healthy years, vital years? Is it going to be 20 years? Are you making some daily decisions that are impacting that? Years ago, I would say 5 years ago, definitely. My lunch would be a Subway sandwich. My lunch would be fried chicken. My lunch would be a good chance it was something fried or something on a toasted bun, lasagna, any of those things. And I've educated myself enormously during my retirement and found out how the body works, how hormones work, about insulin resistance. And I've chosen keto and intermittent fasting. I'm going to go a lot more in detail on that in another video. But I wish I would have focused on health and nutrition years earlier. This meal could have been, with bacon and cheese and all that, but I'm eating probably 3 times the vegetables and loving it. What most people don't realize is when you change your diet, you'll also change your cravings. And I crave eggs and kale and broccoli and cauliflower, fish all the time. I did mention that it is 1:30. I have not eaten anything. I've had nothing since 5 p.m. yesterday. Okay, so that is 20 and a half hours ago. 20 and a half. Hopefully my math is close to right. And I'm not hungry. I'm eating now because I try to eat in a 6-hour eating window, but happened to be I got a little busy today and extending a little bit past that. And most of you are going, oh my gosh, there's no way I can go 20 hours without eating. I do it all the time. Eating has changed for me from a state changer, reducing stress, to it's a nutrition for me. Think about if you had a $10 million racehorse and you were going out to feed it. What do you feed it? Do you feed it McDonald's cheeseburgers, or do you feed it, the best oats, the best barley, whatever horses eat? But, I've completely changed my thinking around eating, and carbs and a lot of other foods drive inflammation, drive insulin resistance, just really destroy your body. But they make you feel good. You go through sugar spikes and withdrawals. And that's one of the main reasons you can't make it 20 hours. I could never make it 2 hours without eating something 5 years ago. 2 hours. And now I'm doing 20. I've done 48. I think that's the highest I've ever gone without eating a single calorie, 48 hours. And it's a daily journey. I don't think about how I'm going to restrict myself from eating donuts for the next 10 years. I try to focus on today. And I try to have the identity of a person that eats healthy. I'm not restricting myself from eating donuts and chocolate and ice cream. I'm not restricting myself. My identity, and this works for me, my identity is a person that eats healthy. I eat one ingredient foods like asparagus, like spinach, like eggs, like salmon. I eat beef, I eat chicken, but I rarely eat something out of a box with 27 ingredients on it. So I thought I'd share that today. I thought you may enjoy that. It will become, if you're not retired yet, this is going to come to the forefront of your focus. You're not going to focus on money as much as you are about health. I've been thinking about this a lot lately as my recent videos I left about Social Security and when to take Social Security. When I'm thinking about taking Social Security, not telling you what to do, but my logic around Social Security. And the big problem with that is, you don't know when you're going to die and how much the stock market's going to return. So you tell me those two things, I'll tell you to the day when you should take Social Security. But a lot of people are commenting that like, I'm going to take Social Security at 62 because I'm planning on dying by 67, 70, and when I turn 70, I win because I'm dead. I still struggle with the logic that you win if you're dead, but what are you going to do about it? This is my regret. I wish I would have started eating, I wish I would have ate healthy since I was 5, but every year would have been great to do this earlier. So that's my biggest regret in early retirement. It's not focusing on my health, especially through nutrition. I really didn't need to change anything exercise-wise. I've always been it's always been a priority for me is exercise, but nutrition, I needed the crutch, like some people need a cigarette, like some people need a drink. I needed food, and I wish I would have learned that earlier. This is Joe out.